Hello. A long time ago, I started what I guess you could call a series on my channel called Twin Flames Anonymous. And I'm sure you get the reference, but kind of like this stuff becomes an addiction, and we need a 12-step program to recover from it. I played a character called Angelique, and she spoke weird. Well, yeah, weird, funny, and was kind of dingy. And she was comic relief while relating some of the things about this crazy journey that are so hard to deal with. I had a lot of videos in a playlist, and a couple weeks ago, that playlist went away. Now, no one did anything to it. I thought I had made it private, but apparently I deleted it. And I didn't get too upset because I had realized that even though I was playing a character, a lot of what had gone into the videos was, I guess you could say, self-serving, but self-serving in a good way, because doing those videos, finding the humor in what was often not humorous, was actually a lot of how I healed along the way. Because you know, or I hope you know, and if you don't, I guess you will know now, twin flames are not all about romance and true love. They are about healing the things that keep us from being able to love ourselves. Because really, unconditional love has to have that as the foundation. We have to come to a place we love ourselves first before we can really have that kind of relationship that most people think of with stars in their eyes. Oh, I want a twin flame. It's about being triggered. It's about being hurt. It's about feeling destroyed sometimes, so that you are like the phoenix that rises from the ashes and suddenly realizes, hey, I'm different, and I think I might love myself. Wow. And then that gets you in a better place to be able to love someone else in a healthy way. When those twin flames come into union, that real love, not codependent or controlling love, forms a vibration that then can be spread to others in the world, sometimes with a bigger mission, sometimes just, oh my God, look at that, they really love each other, just elevating the vibration, I guess, of people that come into contact with you. So playlists gone, videos all gone, but I did find some on my older computer, and I thought, yes, a lot of it is unnecessary, but there was some good stuff, because I really do think if we can insert some humor into this, it's a little easier to get through. At least it helped me. So what I've done is go through the very first video I did, the very first few meetings of Angelique's attendance of Twin Flames Anonymous, and just edited out certain parts, and then kind of, did an intro to explain what was going on. Some of what I had in my videos was my own journey. Some was made up. Some was, and when I say made up, I mean to protect my twin flame, because, I didn't feel I had any right to be dragging him into it by anything that he could be identified from. So that's what this video is, long damn intro, and that's me. I'm better when I'm Angelique. But if you do enjoy this, if you would give it a thumbs up, that'll let me know that I should go through some of the other videos and just cut out the most crucial things that kind of are an example of what we run into on this journey. I did want to say that one of the gifts I have gotten on this journey is to realize I could do videos like this, because they're goofy. This is a very silly character. I had no idea I had that kind of creativity in me. And it's been a gift not only because of the healing, but to realize, it's okay to get your freak on, it's okay to be different. That's been a large part of what I have gained from all my healing is that, yeah, I'm different than other people, but that doesn't have to be something I feel bad about. And these are things that never would have happened without having met my twin flame. So yeah, I'll quit yakking at you, and I will share this edited video. Now, the cuts are not great. I have tried to do my best, but they're not great, and I can't have any kind of soundtrack because there was a soundtrack on the original. And I hope you get some humor out of this. And I also hope that it points out to you that this is not just running into your true love. This is about learning to love you, and then you get something pretty special with someone else when it all comes together, if it does. All right, here we go. You're about to meet Angelique. And so I had to do some research, and I found out about twin flames, that it's one soul that starts out and then it splits, and then this is an individual person with a soul, or I hate to say person. Well, I guess I could say person. I mean, you go through all these lives, so I'm not sure. Incarnation? I don't know. Anyway, this half has its own soul, and this half has its own soul, but really it came from one and split, and then you meet up between lives, and you plan out what you want to learn, and you decide who takes what karma, and you just keep moving toward the time when you've learned what you've set out to learn. And then you get to come together in what they call union. And it's not always romantic, but it's often romantic. Didn't get it, and then my spirit got explained. And so I did all this research, and I was like, well, you know what? Not that many people get to have a twin flame. This is quite the honor, and at least it explains this odd magnetic pull. You get to have like unconditional love if you can figure it out. Who knows about unconditional love except dogs? People place all these conditions, and I don't know. There's lots of people now that I know about it that talk about it like it's gonna be true love and all this romantic gooey stuff. And when I was reading, it just doesn't seem quite like they talk about it. It's said to be hard work, and I'm beginning to see, with all those challenges, all those differences between my person and me, that this might not be easy. I thought I had a handle on this. And we're starting to talk a lot more. I'm really becoming fond of this person, despite the differences, and I think I can understand this stuff, how you could move toward unconditional love, but it's hard stuff.
anyway, it was a big deal. I was really looking forward to finally meeting my person in person. And I think it went okay, but then I kind of blew it because, like I say, I just really couldn't be myself. I was so scared I was going to do the wrong thing. I was so scared that it wasn't pretty enough. I was so scared that everything was going to go bad, and then that kind of, I think, made it go bad. Afterward, I didn't hear from my person for a few days, and I started getting insecure, and I thought, oh no, it's exactly as I thought. I wasn't good enough. It was disappointing. Whoa. Excuse me. I think that shook my brains a little bit. Let me think, where was I? You know what it did? It made me see into myself, and it wasn't pretty because I could see how my insecurities take over. And I kind of did what ladies call the preemptive strike. I will put an end to it so the fella doesn't have to. I will just slit my throat first so that he doesn't have to stab me in the heart, So anyway, I'm kind of grieving because I know I blew it, but I'm also realizing what I was reading about, that this isn't just like romance. This is a spiritual journey. And I'm supposed to be learning things about myself, and oh boy am I, and they're not pretty. I could see how I've been sabotaging myself my whole life by thinking that the other person is thinking this and that, and I'm not sure that was the case now that this happened. So we really need to start working on this. I really need to build up my self-esteem. I mean, I have good reason to not have great self-esteem, but if I've been given this gift by the divine, I want to make the most of it. So I'll grieve, but I'll keep trucking along. Well, yeah, I know I said dig and trucking along. I'm an old hippie, can't you tell? With cuckoo hair. And I thought everything was going so well. It seemed like finally we got over all this weird stuff, and it seemed like things clicked. And I thought, you know what? All of our differences don't matter because we are just simpatico. I mean, I finally felt like I got him, and that he got me, and I really thought maybe we were figuring this out. It was wrong because it just disappeared. I thought I was starting to dig through my issues. I thought I was working on things. I mean, my person brought some things up, after the last time, and I was like, oh, he's right. He's right. I do that. I do this, and I was working so hard not to repeat the mistakes. You know, sometimes we're kind of dumb shits about our own stuff, and I really appreciated that my person was bringing this stuff up. I really was. I mean, that might sound kind of stupid because I had to go, oh, I do that stuff and it's not good. But I was looking at it as a good thing because I've been reading some more about this twin soul stuff. It's the whole idea is that you start digging through the stuff that you've been ignoring, probably most of it for your whole life. You know, kid stuff, parent stuff, behavioral, I don't want to say aberrations because they're just normal human things, but they're things that drag us down. And so, you know, I was looking at these criticisms as a good thing because they were helping me pinpoint what I needed to work on. And I really thought we were getting it. I was wrong. It's like we trigger each other, and I've been reading, like I said, and triggering is part of this whole thing. You're supposed to trigger things, and then the other person goes, oh, that bitch, or oh, that bastard, and then they start thinking about, oh, could I have contributed to that? Oh, does this remind me of something from childhood? Oh, is this something to work on and heal? You know? Pretty soon you'll learn you can't talk to these other twin soul people either because they aren't happy for you. Or they're happy if things go caca-poo-poo land, you know? It is the strangest thing. So really, I just feel so alone. Is that? Did a bird poop on my head? You know, supposedly. That's good luck. I'm starting to give up. I'm really starting to give up. I don't understand it. Sometimes I'm just looking at the universe and I'm going, you could shove this stuff up your ass! Because I thought it was going to be this great gift and it's so much work. Why do people want one of these? One good thing about this. I think I am starting to make some positive changes. And I know that's the whole purpose, but you know, why does everything have to hurt so bad? The funny thing is, there's hardly any contact, you know, and like I said, it's not good. But I've had a couple dreams. They seem so real with my person, and I can tell that this is how we're supposed to be. We are easy with each other. We don't worry about all these other people and what they might think. We're just good together. We just can be. Recall of a few past lives, and it's like there's just this recollection in me somehow, that this soul, I'm going to say this man, this woman, this child, this parent, because I think we've had so many lives together, and I just recognize this soul, and I realize I love the soul. You know, and there's been some wounding things between us. And when I want to just get so angry and say, "F you, I'm out of here, I don't want to do this anymore," I don't, because I can remember that this soul is, for one thing, you know, part of mine, and for the other, just is beautiful. I mean, the thing is, I've read we plan all this before we come, and not only do we plan what lessons we're going to have and how things are going to go down, we also meet like on other planes during this, and we go, okay, so this way, now we're going to do it this way. I mean, you know, thank God for all these things that I could be reading. Don't trust everything. You guys know that. You can't trust everything. A lot of people are out there trying to make money off this stuff. And I'm starting to see that I am making progress. I am turning into a different person. And you know, I never thought it was all that bad before. But I can see all this load of crap behavior that I've been carrying with me, and lies I believed about myself shoved on me by other people, and I'm starting to choose not to buy into all that stuff anymore. You know, women are calling the divine masculine pieces of shit and cheaters and liars and all this stuff, and they're so angry, and it's just the opposite of where we're supposed to be going. We're supposed to be going to unconditional love, where we love them even if they cheat. We love them even if they lie. We love them even if they hurt us. That's what unconditional love is. But the tricky part is, oh no, I'm supposed to love myself first. I'm working on it though. I mean, I got all this free time, why not? And I could say I'm starting to like myself a little bit. That's pretty cool. Never really could say that before. It's digging up the bullshit, and I am throwing the shit away. I don't know what else. You don't burn it. You don't want to. All done. I'm done with the wig. Because you know what? I'm going to be authentic, and I don't care how bad my hair looks. Because that's part of this journey. I'm supposed to be who I truly am. To take off the masks, take off the wigs, take out the chicken cutlets or whatever they call those things that women stuff in their bras. I'm going to be me. I'm just going to be me. Started me on a road that led to freedom, honestly. It's like I don't need all those things to cover up what I think is bad about me. And even better, I can let out the things that I never acknowledged but that are really good about me. Maybe a little odd, maybe a little quirky, but you know what? When I'm me, I can feel that I have this light inside me, and it kind of comes out and it touches people sometimes. So I am really happy about that. I may look like hell, but that's okay, because the right people are just gonna go, you know, there's something about Angelique. It's like when she is around, I just feel better. Well, I think they sense the light. I mean, I haven't figured it all out, but here's the thing, I'm just gonna be me. I may have lots of things that are wrong with me still, but you know what? Me is a good thing to be. You know, there's that divine timing, which I have resented many times because I'm not patient and I've had to learn to be. Ugh, I do not like being patient. Rules say, oh, you need to live your own life and quit worrying about your person. And that includes meeting other people and, you know, maybe even falling in love. And I don't know, it just doesn't seem right to me, because if your heart is invested somewhere else, on the other hand, if your person doesn't really want your heart, you know, I'm still doing all this juggling stuff. But really it boils down to, I'm actually learning about unconditional love. I'm actually learning that people can, if not master it, start to approach it. Where you go, you know what? Do what you need to do. Because I'm gonna love you anyway. And you start to see that the hurt is for a reason. And you start to see how you've been protecting yourself and how you don't have to anymore. And you start to see that there's potential for change in your life that could be really good. And whether it comes out the way you thought it would, or it comes out a different way, you can see it could come if you just keep plugging along. As to my person, if I ever do see my person again, I'm not going to be screaming and tossing accusations, and that's whether, you know, my person's been hooking up with someone else or, you know, hasn't exactly told me the truth, because I know it was all for a reason. And my plan is to just smile and go up and put my arms around my person and hug. Because there is something about that energy between us. I don't understand it, but it's good shit, you know? It's good shit.